Glenn, congratulations. That's a terrific 4 days, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if you can take a big first innings lead at Old Trafford, it'll give you a chance. The pitch looked really good early on. It looked good 2 days prior to the game, so it looked like a bat first for anyone's money. But I thought, having bowled on it first, I thought we did really well to restrict them and then to make such a big score in the first innings. Obviously, a 200 partnership between Shiv and Livy goes a long way towards that, but that's an exceptional effort.
Yeah, and you've dominated the 4 days, haven't you? To come away with a victory as you have done must be super pleasing for you.
Yeah, I think after the last game down at Hampshire, where we felt we were in control of that game and hoping to push for a victory and getting the last 2 days washed out, and the bit of weather being around here, we obviously made an early declaration yesterday to guard against that to some degree. But driving home last night with the threat of some heavy rain today was a bit nerve-wracking there. But yeah, I mean, today's panned out well for us, and it's a good win. Clearly,
the 4 days has been dominated by Liam Livingstone. I mean, it was just a magnificent double century for him, well supported too. But just talk us through your thoughts of Livingstone's knock.
Yeah, it was quality. I mean, I don't remember many chances, mixed with a well-paced knock, and then moments of outright power, massive shots in halfway up the stand. But that's Livy for you. He's got the ability to play measured innings, and also when it's in his slot or he takes a fancy to a bowler, he can put pressure back on the bowlers easily. But yeah, he's shown twice this season that he's capable of making big scores, and I'd encourage him to make that a characteristic of how he plays.
And batting at 3, how have you assessed his contributions in that position?
It's a difficult ask for a young player on his second season, and it was always going to be a challenge for him. Obviously, it's one that everybody thinks he's more than capable of doing, and I think if you want to be a player at the highest level, you need to be able to bat 3 in county cricket. That was my thoughts. I think he's got periods of the season where he thinks he can be better, I would think, but to make 2 massive scores and to be averaging over 50 at this stage of the season is definitely a good effort.
And then backed up by some good work from your bowlers again, led by your captain, Ryan McLaren, who continues to have a terrific season for you.
Yeah, absolutely, with both bat and ball, genuine all-rounder. He gets bounce, he gets a lot of bounce and holds length well, and he's a handful. His stats are great this year, and he's been an integral part of the team.
You look a good 4-day side, don't you, this year? The team was transformed, it seems, from last year to this, quite considerably.
It's the league evolves throughout the season, and at the start of the season everybody looks fairly strong, and maybe a couple of teams that you think are under threat, but it nearly always pans out is somebody else. We looked at areas that we knew we had to develop, and it's never a given, but there's been players who have really helped in that regard, and obviously Shiv has been one of those. Shiv's averaging 70 now, so a number 5 who averages 70 is a real strength to the team. Ryan, of course, but the collective effort from every player in every match is the most important thing as far as I'm concerned.
Just looking ahead to Essex, forget kind of how they go about in this final session today. Just looking ahead to that game, obviously it's a really exciting game, isn't it? They're going to be top, your second one to really look forward to.
Yeah, it'll be good to see during and after the game how both teams have come on, because we played them in the first game of the season, and I thought we had the best of that, and it was disappointing at the time not to get over the line. And we would obviously hope to play well and dominate the next game coming up and see where that takes us.
Yeah, and you've got to win the game, haven't you? If you want to keep up with Essex, you've got to beat them here next week.
Yeah, realistically, their win at Scarborough while we were getting washed out at Hampshire gave them a bit of breathing space. So we've got it all to do. It gives us something to fight for, and it's exciting.